Something I talk about a lot on my channel is the existential threat that white supremacists play in America, the threat that they pose. Tucker Carlson being chief among them. I rather famously, if I was famous, I call him a lot of little cute names, a little pet names. And I really do believe he is a googly-eyed feather duster. He is a haircut. He is a trust fund goon. He is a soft-skinned, smooth-brained clown. But he also holds a position within the American zeitgeist that is undeniable. He hosts the most popular cable news show in all of cable news history. The most popular show on Fox News right now, by far. And they're most popular ever. Hannity's ratings don't hold a candle to Tucker Carlson's. Bill O'Reilly, in his heyday, nowhere near Tucker Carlson's. And they keep him around, even though he is just draining on their budgets, because who advertises for Tucker Carlson? No blue chip companies. Up until a few weeks ago, it was just the MyPillow guy and a few others. But Tucker Carlson is advancing. He has tossed away the dog whistle, and he is advancing the conspiracy theory, the racist conspiracy theory of the Great Replacement theory of white genocide, which used to be talked about only in literal white supremacist circles, like at neo-Nazi camps and Aryan Nation up in northern Idaho, on my home state. And he has taken it to prime time. He has taken it to the morning shows, which is what I want to talk about today. He went on Fox News, Fox and Friends, you know, the friends over at Fox and Friends, and was extolling the virtues of the Great Replacement theory and believes in a conspiratorial fashion that Joe Biden is trying to destroy, these are his words, destroy the country by changing the demographics of America. Watch this.
Yeah, I mean, you know what this tells you, honestly? That what's happening at the border is not a crisis. A crisis is a flood in Bangladesh. It's an act of God. This is an intentional act. This is the administration bringing felons, violent criminals, into our country on purpose. Why would you do something like that? Only to destroy it. I mean, there's no other explanation for this. It's not an act of compassion. It's an act of hostility against the United States in order to change it forever. I think this is the greatest scandal of my lifetime, what's happening on the border right now.
Well, absolutely. Although you've heard Secretary Mayorkas, Tucker, says the strategy is working, which makes you wonder, what is the strategy?
Right. Well, the strategy is to change the demographics of the country. Now, when you say that, they have a heart attack and they call you names, but they say it out loud. Mm-hmm. I mean, they say it on the floor of the Senate. Dick Durbin did 2 weeks ago. This country is changing in a way that benefits the Democratic Party, more Democratic voters. There's no other upside in this policy. By the way, it doesn't help the people coming from around the world. There's a humanitarian disaster unfolding thanks to the Biden administration. The only beneficiaries are the people who run the Democratic Party, and this is an effort to change the country. And we should be honest about it and not be bullied into silence as they take our country away and import violent criminals. What?
There is a lot there. There's a lot there, to be sure. Not only is Joe Biden and this administration purposefully trying to destroy the country, this is the greatest scandal in his lifetime. These Republicans are using a lot of this hyperbolic language surrounding Joe Biden, that it's the worst of this, the greatest crime. This is the greatest scandal of all the scandals of America. In the course of Tucker's 50 years on the planet, there are many. This isn't even a scandal. But in order to whip his audience into a frenzy, and the larger Fox News audience, since he's on Fox and Friends, he has to use this kind of language. But to rattle on about changing demographics, it really does put everything in perspective. During Donald Trump's campaign, there was a lot of analysis around "Make America Great Again," the campaign slogan. And the question was asked, well, when? When was this moment that they hearken back to? And it's certainly pre-1950, when schools and American life was segregated. They pine for these nuggets of history. This is when they believed America was great. When white dominance in this country was absolutely unchecked. And that is the time for which Tucker Carlson yearns. He wants that again. And the fact that the country's demographics are naturally changing, when you're a beacon of light and a beacon of hope to the world, as the Republicans have yammered on about for years, that's what you get. People come here for a better situation, a better life for themselves and their posterity. But that scares Tucker Carlson, and he is intending to scare an audience filled with people who also yearn for those times. Interesting, though, that he has a critique about the word crisis, and then at the very end there, this is a humanitarian disaster. He wanted so badly to say crisis, but he couldn't because he just poo-pooed the word. And then, of course, the refrain about taking our country away. Whose country, Tucker? Is it not also my country? Is it not also people of color, their country? This is no longer safely a white country. The melting pot meme has really been overused, but it is because it is what we are. We are a diverse country, diverse culturally, diverse ethnically, diverse racially, diverse ideologically. And there are certain ideas that are no longer welcome. White supremacy being among them. Tucker Carlson, maybe it is you who is trying to take away our country.